Yo, what's up YouTube family? It's your boy Koozie back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get it, baby. California, what y'all got going on?
I'm gonna show you something. Check this out. These are cabbages, right? What do they look like to you? Look like little dinosaur eggs, huh? These are cabbages. These look like Cabbage Patch Kids. If you know, you know. Next batch of babies is done.
No cap, they could be some Cabbage Patch Kids, or it could be them aliens out of Alien vs. Predator. You know what I mean if you've seen the movie.
This is the injectable microchip DARPA once implanted in the brain of every soldier. The Brainstorms chip will allow recipients to control weapons with their thoughts and turn off emotions like fear and anxiety. Brainstorms uses nanotransducers that are guided to the brain with magnetic waves. Once at the target site, they convert neuronal activity into magnetic signals that can pass through the skull to be decoded by a helmet-based receiver. Patents show that this technology can even modify neural wiring, which raises the terrifying question: does the bi-directional design mean that soldiers can also be controlled?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, they're trying to make super soldiers. Crazy.
This sort of nanotechnology to target drugs. So if we attach a specific drug to the nanoparticles here, we could put it in the entire body and it would all be dilute. But if we target an organ with a strong magnetic field, we can actually cause all of the drugs to go.
So if we attach a specific drug to the nanoparticles here, we could put it in the entire body.
Hold up, that's what I'm saying. Did I just hear what I thought I just heard? Yeah, I think we did. Man, what is wrong with these folks, man? What else could they use this for? Just think about that. And there's a lot of people out here, unless I showed it to you, would never believe it was real. I'm just gonna say it like that, and it gets worse.
No, it is not a mosquito. It's an insect spy drone which can be remotely controlled and is equipped with a camera and a microphone. It can land on you, and it may have the potential to take a DNA sample or leave a fit tracking nanotechnology on your skin. It can fly through an open window, or it can attach to your clothing until you dock it in your home. One of the current areas of research reportedly being undertaken in the scientific/military field is the development of micro-air vehicles, MAVs, tiny flying objects intended to go places that cannot be safely reached by humans or other types of equipment. PL zoom and see actual equipment. This is 5th generation war.
Well, I'm telling you, like I said, unless you've seen it with your own eyes, you wouldn't believe it. This stuff is crazy, man. And it surrounds you all day, every day, and you don't got to be doing nothing wrong. You could be doing something right and still be in the way. And to get this stuff used on you, man, for real, for real. It's best to know, though.
Look at you, mortals. Come by. If you
Crazy. I'm telling you. Spooky. No, I'm just playing. Ain't nothing to be scared about, you know what I'm saying, or afraid about, because this is all, man, hey, it's all man-made technology, man. But like I was gonna say, that's 4D hologram technology for people that may not know. That's yeah, like I say, you'll never believe it unless you've seen it with your own eyes. If you'd have seen that without seeing some stuff like this, you probably believed it was true. You wouldn't know what to do. You probably get on your knees and pray. which is okay. I must say that, which is okay, before people get in the comments, oh, what's wrong with that? But the people who know, I ain't, you know, y'all know what's going on. Just something to think about, something to make your mind wonder. I ain't gonna say it's fake and I ain't gonna say it's real, man, but y'all never forget, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything that you hear or see in these videos. Don't believe anything that I say in these videos. Always use your own discernment, always do your own research. Never forget that.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the
Man, he got balls of steel, man, or is he just dumb as hell? Because ain't no way I stand under that, man. I have to, you know, make sure it's gonna hold for at least a day or two or a week, you know what I'm saying? And still I wouldn't want to stand under that. That's crazy. What the hell? Ew, that's disgusting, man. I don't know what I would do if I found some fruit that's like that, man. That's crazy. It's like got his tongue out like it want to taste you. You want to taste it and eat it, it want to taste you. That's crazy.
Happens when pure potassium touches water.
And they're putting that in bananas?
That's not true. Not with the bananas. That was wild, man. Who would have knew, man? I ain't saying it's true. I ain't saying it's fake, but hey, that's crazy. But it's not so far-fetched, really, though.
So talk about Harvard.
Sure. Harvard, actually, from its very beginnings in 1636, the college by 1638 actually has an enslaved man living on campus who's referred to as the Moor.
The Moor.
The Moor. And that actually is directly related to two slave trades.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people from my last video saying that nothing's coming, nothing's gonna happen, I'm paranoid, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you like this is where I'm working, okay? I'll read that. That's where I'm working right now. The man who owns that company, I'll say Shelon Tusk. You know, y'all know Shelon Tusk. Find the rhyme, the rhythm. He has us working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. I'm an electrician. I wire up all the machinery that they're using to build the trucks. I'm wiring up all the machinery that they are using to build these robots, okay? We are working 12 hours, 7 days a week. I have worked for TikTok. I have worked for Amazon. I have worked for Samsung. I have worked for Fortune 500 companies all year. Nobody is pushing their people like this, okay? 12-hour shifts. He is trying to complete this for something. I promise you, bro, soon as these robots go online, it will kill 80% of the job force. All you people driving trucks in restaurants who don't think this can happen in Japan, they already have robots serving tables. They already have nurses that are being robotically projected from monitors to help patients. Your job is not safe, okay? 80% of the workforce will be killed by these robots. As soon as he puts these AIs inside of these robots, I promise you, bro, they will think, be smarter, faster, and they do not need to sleep, bro. We call in. I called in 3 days ago because I worked 6 days straight. Robots don't do that, and that's what they are pushing for, bro. Have you sitting at home, with the real ID, with your Fed now money, taking free governmental universal income, slave, bro. Victim to the system, bro. They do not want you out here moving how you want. They do not want you collecting resources. They don't want you to do anything without their knowledge, bro. They want to track every transaction. They want to track your whereabouts. They want to know what you're thinking, bro. And all they want to do is monetize and commercialize that. It's that mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is taking things that should not be for money or for sale and making them for sale, like your soul, love, things of that nature, bro. And y'all say that it's not coming, bro. It's right around the corner. I promise you, bro, this is coming. Where I'm working right now has proven that. This man sends drones on the top of the buildings, drones inside the building to count how many people are working at all times. This is not a game, bro. I'm telling you, this is just his company, bro. Imagine what they're doing. Like Facebook, all these companies are together. They're acting like they're competitors. They're not. They all have one agenda, bro. And each of them are doing their part. I promise you. I need y'all to really think about this, bro. They're building bulletproof trucks with robots. I don't know if you've seen it, but look it up. Recently, a guy just got pulled over in Dubai by a Cybertruck police, and it had a robot in it, and the robot gave him a ticket for using his phone and not being buckled up. And they sent the fine to his phone. I promise you, bro, these cars are not for normal civilians. You do not make bulletproof trucks for civilians. He is going to supply and fleet out the military and the police force, bro. We will not be able to run and hide. They've already stopped making V8 engines and trucks, and the Chargers. There are no more Hellcats or Hemis being produced. They're all V6s. We will not be able to escape this shit, bro. I promise you, bro, these robots are gonna take your job. They're going to be police forced. They're going to be the new revolution, bro. And we're gonna be on our asses like idiocracy. I promise.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I hope y'all was paying attention because he ain't lying. He's not lying, man. And it's coming, man. I'm telling you, y'all see how quick AI has moved up and has advanced, man, in these last couple of years. Well, this stuff is not a joke, man. And just think about it. If common sense ain't so common, but I know some of y'all got it. You know, y'all peep the play. Let's go. Hey, but y'all still gonna drink it, right?
I know it's late, but I have got to show you all this because something very, very spiritual is about to go down. So these are actually dragonflies in Rhode Island, and I happen to specifically know what this symbolizes. Because when my son died, there were millions of dragonflies at his burial.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. Oh my...
Now some are calling this a biblical plague, others are calling this biblical. They're partially correct because this is obviously a movement from God. And like I said, when we went to bury my son, there were millions of dragonflies, and only that one time. So the significance of a dragonfly is literally a spiritual change, a transformation is about to happen. This translation for me was my son was translated into the kingdom of heaven. I was spiritually made new as God showed me the secret of life. But right here, I think this is a massive spiritual change that all of us are about to witness. We know the end's here, right?
Man, I don't know. You think it's biblical, or do you think it's just something natural, a natural occurrence, you know, that happens every so often, every so many years or so, like the locust? Let me know down below in the comment section.
Incredible new footage showed the eruption of Mount Sakurajima on the island of Kyushu. volcano spews volcanic ash high into the air, prompting authorities to issue an ash warning. Plumes of ash rose up to 6 kilometers into the air over Minami Lake. After several years of inactivity, the volcano appears to be becoming very active again. Fine volcanic dust covered nearby towns and villages. Sakurajima, one of Japan's most active volcanoes, has been active for decades, sometimes erupting more than 200 times a year. The volcano is part of a national.
Once again, do y'all think it's a natural disaster, or do y'all think it's a natural occurrence, or do you think it's something biblical? Let me know down below in the comment section. Crazy.
Didn't Gaddafi try to give him like $1 billion and the United States blocked it?
Of course, brother. Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, man, I'll be pleased with our brother was not some dictator. See, it's funny how the media will make you look like a damn monster. Oh, well, I'll just say this. In Libya, number one, Libya under Colonel Muammar Gaddafi had zero debt. They had free education, free health care. If you wanted to go to school abroad, they would give you the money and pay for the tuition, and they would pay for your room and board. When you got married, they would give the family $5,000. If you wanted to own a farm, they would give you all the tractors, all the seeds, and the land to till that farm. Gaddafi and the country of Libya was one of the only countries on the planet that had zero debt, was completely free to do whatever they wanted to do. And that's why they called him a dictator, because he would not allow America to have access to that wealth. He was going to create a joint currency using the wealth under the feet of the Libyan people, the gold, the oil, etc., and the wealth of the nearly 50 other countries in Africa, and come together to create a African currency. That money, based on the African worth, would have bankrupt China's yuan, it would have bankrupt America's dollar, it would have bankrupt the European pound. So that was removing total neo-colonialism from the planet, and they said, we need to get rid of this nigga now, because if he comes to power with those other 50 countries in Africa, we will have to bow to them, and we do not want to bow to them.
What's the problem? Y'all know what's up.
Y'all can do all the evil, abominable things you want in this world, but one thing you can't do in this world is take away the glory of God. This is Paris, but look right here in the background. What is that? One building out of all of Paris is lit up. What is that? A church. Go figure. And it's the same exact thing in destruction, disaster. Here's Oklahoma, and we see what arises a picture of Jesus Christ in utmost destruction. And don't even come at me by the name Jesus until you watch this video, you religious legalist. All your crap has already been debunked. And the same exact thing we see when houses are burnt down and the Bible is preserved. And just because you don't hear about it every day does not mean it doesn't happen every single day. And this very recently was just over the island of Greece. And one thing is certain, by you being wicked, by accepting the wicked, by bringing the wicked in your churches, it will not take away our light. And at the end of time, only the people with a relationship with Jesus Christ will inherit the kingdom of heaven. He's been showing y'all all along that he is the way, he is the truth, and he is the life. Instead, y'all worship crap like LeBron James.
Do you know what's going on? Do you know what's going on? That's all I could say, because there's a lot of people out here that think they know what's going on, but you don't know what's going on. You're stuck in this cycle of this everyday, you know what I'm saying? False reality, man. It's a lot going on that's real, man. Like I'm saying, though, what I'm really getting at is the image, man, that was nice and all, man, but I really hope it wasn't AI generated, man, that they trying to fool everybody with, you know, like a couple of y'all know, you know, how they been trying to put this AI stuff out here to fool us and stuff, you know, because they know we making these videos. But yeah, I do think it was, you know, I do think God was, you know, doing his thing and everything too, though, for sure. But y'all know, man, y'all know. We got to stay prayed up, man, because they trying to take us out, you know. I'm talking in code in a way, so I hope y'all understand it, man. But let's get it.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better leave quiet people alone. It's the reason why they quiet. It's the reason why they stay to themselves. It's the reason why they don't fuck with people. They don't fuck with fake people. It's the reason why they go to work and come home and mind their business. It's the reason why they are just introverts. Y'all better stop messing with quiet people. I call quiet people the quiet storm, because it's a storm deep down inside that you do not want to see, that you do not want to experience. And I know some of y'all call quiet people punks and, oh, they ain't about that life. Because, honey, I'm going to tell you something. Quiet people, oh, yeah, they are about that life. They about it and more. And see, what's really crazy is some of y'all loud people that be talking loud and doing nothing. Some of y'all can't fight. Let's keep it a buck. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that can. I'm talking about the majority of y'all that talk a lot of shit and can't fight. I'm talking about y'all. Y'all be testing quiet people. Y'all be saying, oh, they ain't about that life. They can't fight. They can't do da-da-da-da-da. But when you wake up that quiet storm, you're gonna wish that you never did. Because all you loud people, y'all be out here provoking these quiet ones. I'm just saying. Don't say I ain't told you so. Leave them quiet ones alone.
She ain't never lying.
Let's talk about the sun being weird lately. More on this in a minute. And yes, it's real. I was on Twitter this morning and I came by this post. And in this post, he is literally saying that these tomatoes are cooking from the inside out. Like, you can literally smell them being cooked. What's going on? I don't ever remember a time in the past where our vegetables got cooked in the garden.
See here, same thing's happening. They're burning and turning to goo, like they're being cooked from the inside. Here's another one. This thing was completely fine yesterday. Overnight, that happens. It's all burnt right there, literally singed. And you can smell it. It smells like a cooked tomato. It's really, really weird. But it's true. That guy from Georgia wasn't lying. Think about what the sun's doing to you. It's doing this to a tomato.
That's crazy. I think we've all noticed a huge difference in the sun, especially the way it makes us feel. I'm part Cherokee, and every summer I get dark brown. I've been in the sun for hours so many times, and it's done nothing to me. Not to mention, I've literally showed you guys where things are burning down outside that otherwise would not normally burn. And this record heat wave we're having, this was like in China or something. Bizarre. And with the crazy sun and crazy heat, look at all these freaking fires. And also in the last few days, someone took a bite out of the sun. It's just, y'all, it's weird. It's not normal. And we're not even gonna get into the magnetic field right now. Maybe later. Let me know what y'all are thinking down in the comments.
No lie, the sun has definitely been acting up, but man has been killing all the food, man, all the vegetables and all. That's crazy though, man. But it has been acting crazy though. I know here in Texas, today, July 31st, it's kind of, the sun was looking a little funny outside. It was sun, the sun was out all bright and stuff, but it looked like it was real like groggy or like kind of muggy in a way, not foggy, but like smoky in a way, like in the distance, like in the clouds, like it was something trying to block the sun, like if they had sprayed. Basically, that's what I'm getting at. It looked real crazy. If y'all in Texas or anywhere else, y'all let me know how it looked today. For y'all, I'm talking about from probably 11 to around, well, probably from about 9 to 10 something. Yeah, about 10 something to probably right around 3 something, or about 1 or 2 something when it kind of cleared up a little bit. But I went outside around 3 something. It was still kind of looking a little bit the same, but not as much. But let me know, man. I'm here in Texas. Where you at? Let me know what it's looking like. July 31st, 2024.
For y'all out here that's out here practicing astral projection, stop playing with God. The enemy got y'all thinking that y'all the top of the line because y'all got a little bit of demonic power and you able to travel outside of your body and do all these illegal stuff through the spirit. You better stop before you lose your life. There's people out here who are doing astral projection, going into people's houses, listening to people's conversation, doing witchcraft, doing all these word curses and all these type of stuff. And you're going to mess around and you're going to go to the wrong house. Because somebody is going to get before God because they have discernment and they're going to pray that God will cut the civil cord. Meaning that you don't have the ability to go back to your body. You're going to die and you're going to go straight to hell. Y'all out here doing this demonic stuff, witchcraft, and operating in this demonic power. Y'all out here doing this illegal stuff, you psychics and you witches, getting words that has nothing to do with the Holy Spirit. You need to repent. And y'all know exactly who I'm talking to. Astral projection is demonic. It is spiritually illegal. Okay, you're going to mess around and you can't make it back to your body. So if you're doing this and you know who you are, repent before you end up at the wrong prayer warrior's house, the wrong intercessor's house, the wrong prophet's house. You better repent. Because the enemy will boost your head up, making you think you got this little bit of power and you doing all this so-called good stuff. But there's one power that is greater than the power that the enemy is allowed to walk in. And that's the power of Jesus Christ. So take your little demonic powers, throw it to the ground, repent, surrender everything about you to Christ, so that your soul will be saved. But the enemy is taking some of y'all to hell right now. And no matter how many times people say repent, y'all just won't listen until you end up knocking on the wrong door and you can't go back to your body. Astral projection is a sin. It is illegal. Stop playing with God.
Man, some people need to hear that, man, because they really out here practicing on astral projection and all kind of that. Oh, wait. No, nonsense. You got to cut it out, man. You got to stop it, because that ain't it, man. And you know it, man. You gonna really awaken yourself, awaken something else inside you, or not awaken something else inside you, but allow something else to awaken inside you. That's gonna creep inside you and awaken inside you, man. Don't be doing that stuff, man. For real, you gonna let them spirits in you.
Snoop Dogg, you really gonna act like you didn't know what was put around your neck? Talking about it's just a chain that promotes peace and love all around the globe. But never throughout your whole career, your whole life, have you ever mentioned God. And you're as old as dust, still doing a crip walk with a torch. I'm confused here. It's like these people are completely blinded and completely lost and confused by their own selfishness, narcissistness, conceitedness. Men worshiping men and women, but not acknowledging the Creator. And this is going to be the downfall of your demise. They don't know what's coming. They don't see it. These people are completely lost. But didn't the Bible warn and tell you so? In the last days, people will be cold-hearted, careless, selfishness, conceited, narcissist, just completely lost and are falling away. And it's happening.
Oh man, say man, call your Uncle Snoop. That's what you be calling him, huh? Uncle Snoop. That's what you would call him before that. Call your Uncle Snoop. Tell him, man, you need to get right, man. Stop. Say, man, get your life right, man. Stop representing that there, man. Talking about, and then you trying to mislead the youth, man. Talking about the GOAT, the Baphomet. Yeah. That's another way that they lead y'all to represent, and not even just represent, but to you know what I'm saying, accept the Baphomet. Yeah, if you catch my drift.
I've been telling y'all Mr. Beast is a fraud. I've been telling y'all that his fucking videos have fucking his friends winning money and shit like this. And what happens? Now it all comes out, and they're burning him on that N-word, aren't they, right now, Jim? And guess what? Making fun of me for being street friendly and shit like that. Well, now I produce rap, and guess what, man? Maybe I'll slip up, maybe. But you know, because it's all love, and that's why with you, that's not how it is making slave jokes. I write lyrics from the heart all day, man. And then my mouth doesn't say them. You know what I mean? But it can be a slip up, for sure. Jimmy, your shit didn't look like any slip ups occurred. You were making jokes about how much slaves cost. And I'll leave it at this. Your creativity ain't there, cuz. Because you already know it's about that sweepstakes fucking model, and that's what you like. Give them all hope. If you like my shit, you have a chance to win, don't you, Jim? Don't they? Don't they all have a chance to win? Well, yeah, that's a sweepstake. Guess what, motherfucker? It's got to be no purchase necessary. You got that, but guess what? You gotta have fair odds, and you gotta talk about people's odds too, man. All right.
Hey, let me stop. Mr. B's, cuz on your ass. Your brother, man, cuz he on your trail, man. For real.
Be careful. Today's going to be a pretty scary one.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Fine, you're pushing it in. You're pushing it in.
Oh my gosh. It's in an arena right now. It's in an arena. That thing is not safe.
Kids, do not try this at home. Those guys are definitely professionals. Like I was saying, do not try that at home, even though it looks fun. They turn to little sand canal, look to a creek, to a river, to, hey man, hey, y'all seen what was going on, man? That was crazy, but it was definitely looking fun, but it's definitely dangerous.
What we're here to talk about today is the fact that the brain is and will be the 21st century battlescape in many ways. End of story. You will encounter some form of neurocognitive science that has been weaponized not only in your military career, but in your personal and professional lives. It is valid, valuable, and already in operational play. The brain is the current and future battle space. What's new about this is the in-close nature of this. Increasingly, we're not seeing these things as weapons of mass destruction against gross aspects of the population. More specifically, perhaps, might be targeting individuals on a level that allows either direct attribution or covert engagement with non-attribution. If we talk about what brain science is, let me just give you a little bit of brief background on this field that is now called neuroscience. As a titular field, as a named field, neuroscience has only been in existence for 40 years. I know that because I've been a neuroscientist for about 38 of those 40 years. Increasingly, it is becoming an international, multinational, global, and independently exercised event and endeavor, which increases the capability of the brain sciences to develop not only new theories, but ever more sophisticated tools. So, how then can we use these elements as weapons, means of contending against others? Formal definition of a weapon, probably the one that you've heard about most recently, most contemporaneously in the literature, is the possibility to use some form of directed energy to affect physiology peripherally and also to affect the physiology and health of the brain. Case in point here, U.S. Embassy personnel in Havana and possibly in China. Clearly, one of the things we can also do is transcranial neuromodulation, the idea of going through the skull to modulate the node and network activity of the brain, to implant certain brain-machine interfaces. These are many of the DARPA programs that you may hear of now. Probably the one that is most notorious is something called the N3 program, which is the non-invasive neurosurgical neuromodulation program being run by their program manager, Dr. Al Mundy. The idea here is to put minimal-sized electrodes in a network within a brain through only minimal intervention to be able to read and write into the brain function in real time, remotely. And then, of course, you also have the things that are a little bit more traditional. If we talk about things that can be operable in the biochemical space, we ordinarily talk about drugs, bugs, toxins, and ever more, we're considering devices. I can disrupt an individual from the level of their cell to their system, and disrupt individuals on a variety of levels, from individuals all the way up to the social fabric. Target a specific individual, change or eliminate that individual with very little attribution and trace, and be able to leave prior to any attribution. Drugs can be exceedingly specific, and as I'll show you in a moment, can be very, very much used to individualize weaponology in terms of what we call precision pathology or precision effect. And by affecting the way that brain is built and the way it functions, influence in ways that are kinetic and non-kinetic. The attitudes, beliefs, thoughts, emotions, activities. Look at the power that understanding, tools, and techniques the brain sciences afford. We also see the use of biodata as a viable weapon, manipulating biodata so that I can then put into your particular medical records subtle information that may change the disposition of whether you're sick or not, change how you're treated, influence the postures that go to you in terms of insurance, care, viability for military service. By altering that information, by changing those data, by purloining those data, I essentially change the you of you. And I can do that in very subtle and insidious ways. Furthermore, I can do that on a variety of different levels that can affect key individuals so that in fact your medical record changes to thereby render you incapable or at least invalid to be able to serve in a way you're serving. Or I can do that on a much larger scale, groups, populations. And if I change those data, I change the way you're being regarded and treated. And I can do that in one of two ways. I can do it in such a way that you're going to be regarded in a negative sense, or I can do that in such a way that I'm going to treat you incorrectly. If I say, for example, you have a particular allergy or you have a particular disorder, you will be treated for that, and that could then harm your health and your stability in both a short wars approach as well as a long wars approach. One of the newest developments is that nanoparticulate matter can be stabilized for distribution. If you're not aware of what nanoparticulate matter is, it's that matter which exists on a scale of 1 × 10⁹ very, very small, smaller than a cell. And we can manufacture materials that have discrete properties that can be controlled by virtue of bioengineering and their physical chemistry. I can create small robotic units, controllable robotic units at the nanoscale, and that these too can be aerosolized to create a nanoswarm of biopenetrable materials that you cannot see, that can penetrate all but the most robust biochemical filters, that are able to integrate themselves through a variety of membranes, mucous membranes, and wherever, mouth, nose, ears, eyes, can be then uptaken into the vascular system to create clumping, can affect the vascular system of the brain, or can directly diffuse into the brain space, and these can be weaponized. And they can be done in such a level that their presence is almost impossible to detect, and as such, the attribution becomes exceedingly difficult to demonstrate. We've come to the precarious position of opening the proverbial can of worms of if, how, in what ways, to what extent, and when these techniques and technologies will be used in weaponized intelligence and national security agenda. Are civilian ethics even viable any longer? And if we engage military ethics, what military ethical principles will we engage?
Dang, when they said they could change the you of you in very insidious ways, they meant that. And I believe that too. That's wild. Y'all, that's the end of the video. Let me know what you think about that down below in the comment section. If you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Koozie. I'm out. Y'all take it easy.